Hey friends, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Homeschool, and today I want to talk to any of you mamas out there who have kiddos who are struggling reading, be it learning how to read, becoming confident and fluent in their reading. I want to share something really exciting with you guys that has worked wonders in our home. So stay tuned, that's what we're digging into today. I'm so glad you guys are here. It has been a little quiet over here in our main YouTube channel. I usually put out videos every Tuesday. The girls have been doing Heavenly Minded Sisters with their fun little videos on Thursdays. And honestly, we wrapped up our school year. We've kind of just been enjoying relaxing a little bit. And we've been really busy because we just started a new series over in the HMH Collective. That is the membership group here on YouTube. If you click that little blue join button, that's where you get all of that. We've done so many series over there this year that have been fantastic, and I'm so excited because we're in week 2 of the Biblical Womanhood series. So if you have ever wanted to look at scripture and see what the Lord designed us women for and desires of us, that's what we're going through this summer. Literally all summer long, we're going to be digging into biblical womanhood. So if you guys want to come over and join the collective, join us in there. Videos go out there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we've been really busy over there, but I know this channel has been a little quiet. So something that I have just honestly been talking with a lot of mamas about, I feel like this topic is one that comes up whether you homeschool or your kids are in public school, private school. Like honestly, this applies across the board. Something that I know so many people struggle with, or one of the greatest concerns when you're thinking about homeschooling is, oh my gosh, how am I going to teach my kids to read? Like that is so difficult. And especially when you have kiddos who are struggling to read. Either you're struggling trying to teach them, or they're struggling trying to get it. They're not very fluent. They're having a hard time, and then they have no confidence. That is so difficult. And we have 4 kiddos, 3 of which are school age. The youngest is 3, so she's not quite there yet. And I feel like we've really kind of dealt with a little bit of everything when it comes to this. And I want to talk specifically about our youngest daughter in school and what we've done here over the past few months that you guys, mind-blowing. And then I want to offer a little something to you guys that might help you guys as well. So if you want to grab a cup of tea or something and come sit down and chat with me, I've got some resources here. I've got some exciting things to share with you guys, and let's see if we can't help you out, because I know when you have kiddos that are struggling to read, it literally makes so difficult. And when our children aren't confident readers, it literally can affect them into adulthood. So reading, I mean, if you can read, you can learn to do anything in this life. And so it is such a foundational, if not the biggest foundational step of our children's education as we train them up, that being able to get it right, for them to be able to do it, to be fluent, to be confident in their skills is just so huge. So let's chit chat through this and tackle this topic today. So let me just start by saying our oldest, he is nearly 17 now, which is crazy, he went to public school for kindergarten and half of first grade. He learned to read in kindergarten, and honestly, the way that the school system was set up and what they had them doing in first grade really messed with him. Really messed with him. He really struggled with it. We pulled him out of school, started homeschooling, and had a lot of confidence issues that we struggled with for many years, and still, honestly, things that we have to deal with now because of what happened to him when he was younger. We also did not realize until actually my mom, who has been a school teacher from kindergarten up to adults for over 20 years, she caught it, but he was dyslexic. So all of this time I had been trying to do all this stuff with him and didn't realize that he was dyslexic. And so we were just making it worse, which I feel so bad. That poor kid, he's been our guinea pig, right? Because he's the oldest and we've totally goofed it all up, but we've worked really hard now to correct these things and fix these things to help him. And he has grown leaps and bounds. Then I had our next daughter, our oldest daughter, Lily, and I taught her to read using this Teach Your Children to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. I love this book. It's fantastic. I had read Better Late Than Early by Dr. Raymond and Dorothy Moore when Travis was a little bit older, but before we started homeschooling Lily, and it changed my life. So if you have young kiddos, honestly, 10 and under, Better Late Than Early by Dr. Raymond and Dorothy Moore. Go read it. The philosophy is absolute common sense, makes a world of difference. I guarantee it. So already kind of applying that, not pushing her so early, letting her develop, things like that made a huge difference. Lily is very self-motivated, so we slammed through about half of this book and she was off to the races. She was reading chapter books. She's a very strong reader, avid reader, loves reading. And I honestly do credit a lot of that to our not pushing her early, letting her do it on her terms when she felt ready, and things like that. So it really did, those little things that we had adapted from Better Late Than Early really did make a difference. That then I sat down, did these simple things with her, and she was good. I mean, we never really did anything else. That brings me to our daughter, Virginia. She is 8 years old, and by the time, she comes in, I have 3 kids now that I'm homeschooling. Her first year, again, because we had kind of applied that Better Late Than Early, so I don't really push them into formal stuff that they need to be doing until about 7, 8 years old. But then I had a new baby number 4 had come. So now I'm trying to juggle new baby, homeschooling 3 kids, home life, we're in ministry full time, my husband starts a church, all of the things. And it's crazy, okay? It's a lot. Let me just say that most of the issues we're struggling with, I absolutely admit to, I'm a huge factor in all of this, but it just kind of was the way the cards fell. It was a lot. And so I had tried to start these lessons with her a few times, and we would get going a little bit, and she struggled. She struggled to get her letters down. She struggled to connect letters to sounds and all. We just had a lot of struggles. And so we would set it down and give her a break and try it again in a week or a month or a couple months, and kind of let her work through that. But we were constantly just having a hard time. She was having a hard time learning to read. The things I was getting her to do, she was not fluent at all. She was not confident at all. And a lot of it was just between, issues she was having. She's got some speech therapy things that we were trying to work through as well. So then I'm over there trying to get her to hold her mouth a certain way and do certain things. And she's like, I can't even get the word out and you're wanting me to do all this, So it was a lot. It was hard. And to be completely and utterly honest with you all, I had to drop the ball on that poor child more times than honestly I want to think about. Because when you have a little baby and you have older kids that you're trying to school, and then I have her that I'm trying to, it's just, I can't do all of the things, right? There's only so many things in a school day that we could accomplish and get done. And so yes, as much as, you know, she was struggling and she was having a hard time, it was hard. So I was where you might be right now, where she really didn't know how to read. So there was no fluency, no confidence, like it was a disaster. And what really hit me hard is this year, we just had a lot kind of hit us all at one time. So what we did this year that most of you have already seen, and I promise you, like, I'm not just trying to pump my mom up to you guys. Like, I mean this from the bottom of my heart with all sincerity. That's the only reason why I'm taking time to do this, because, like, you guys, this has been life-changing for our home, for our family, for our homeschool. Like, truly, 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 truly. We started this thing with my mom where, you know, she's a teacher, she's retired now, and I was like, Mom, I'm struggling. The one thing that I've always had in my back pocket, when we started homeschooling, I had no one that I knew that homeschooled. We had no friends that homeschooled. We had no one around us. We had no homeschool community, homeschool anything. Like, it was just us. And so we've been winging it since day one. And again, I told you we started homeschooling when our son was in first grade, and he is nearly 17 years old right now. So it's been a while. And the only amazing secret line of defense that I've had throughout my homeschool journey has been my mom. She has taught public school, private school, adult education. Like I said, everything from kindergarten up to the adult, she has taught. And I cannot tell you what a just wealth of resource she has been when, like I said, when we were like, Mom, I can't get him to read. And she sat down, did some assessments. Hey, he's dyslexic, you need to do this. Her experience, for her, she caught it. So many times I've been like, oh my gosh, I can't, what do I do? You know, and she's able to offer me these things. And so when we got to about exactly a year ago, I had her, you know, I was like, hey, you're home now. I bet I can figure this out. Do you want to work one-on-one with Travis, our oldest? You know, we want to work on his writing. Okay, they did that. Mind blowing, won't even get into that. Then Lily was like, hey, I want to get in. So then she started doing something. It was amazing. We saw this like great growth, and just, it was wonderful. And then we started the HMH co-op. So that's where the past few months she's done these virtual co-op calls with these kids. They've done reading groups and writing groups and all of this stuff. It has been so cool to watch. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. But one thing that she started is she said, I want to do a group for the littler kids, right? And it took us a little bit to figure out, you know, what kids we had and what they needed and what worked best. But what she started doing was working with these kids in a small group setting on learning to read, reading fluency, and then reading confidence came with that. Guys, we did this with our youngest in school, Virginia, because she came up to me earlier this year and she said, Mom, am I stupid? I said, oh my gosh, I mean, we don't call people stupid. Why would you think that you're stupid? Of course you're not stupid. You're very intelligent. She goes, yeah, but I can't read. I'm 8 and I still can't read. I must be stupid. And that broke my heart, because there's so many factors, right? We were taking our time. We weren't rushing it. I was dropping the ball because there was just too many things to try to do, and I didn't know what to do because how I had taught Lily wasn't seeming to work for her. So I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, I thought I had this down. I taught Lily to read and we did it so quick. Like, why are you learning differently? You know, I'm thinking in my head. But she needed something different, and I didn't know what to do. And guys, I was really failing her. And my mom goes, oh, I'll work with her. I mean, this is what my mom has done for, like I said, 20 years. This is what my mom has done. And so she starts working with her, where they get on these Google Meet calls and they sit down and they start off with these simple little books, right? These little books that they start going through. My mom's reading them, they're talking about them, they're having these fun little activities, little videos, things that they're doing. And my mom's sending me, you'll see these are well worn because these are Virginia's, and she just goes over them and goes over them and goes over them. She's sending me little sight word lists, and then once we get going with some of those, some little phrase lists. Once we get going with those, we move up to little stories. And she says, hey, I'm going to give you these. Just practice them with her, you know, and she tells me exactly what to do, lays it all out. Next thing I know, Virginia is, I mean, flying through the words. Then she's flying through the phrases. Then she's reading me these whole stories. She's taking her book and reading me these stories. I mean, I'm only offering words every here, you know, little bit. She's loving to read. I'm noticing that she's reading stuff. We keep the subtitles on our TV all the time because I have 4 kids and they're always loud. So if you're trying to watch TV, you never know what's going on unless the subtitles are on. But we have the subtitles on. She's reading the subtitles. She's, you know, just different things that she finds on packaging or things like that. She's reading all of this. When we're doing Bible together as a family, she goes, ooh, Daddy, I know this one. And she's reading, you know, these lines in scripture. I'm just seeing all of these places where all of a sudden, from her time getting on and getting to work with my mom and do this stuff, and my mom saying, hey, this is what, you know, this is what she needs. I worked with her and she needs to work on these. Just, you know, read them with her, you know, these simple little things. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. You're telling me this is what I need to do. Okay, I can do that. We're doing these simple little things, and all of a sudden, words are connecting. They're coming alive. She's getting the words down, and she's becoming fluent. And seeing that confidence grow within her, she no longer thinks that she's dumb, that something's wrong with her. Her speech therapy is improving tenfold because she's getting the words down. She wants to get them right, you know, for showing my mom and us, you know, how well she's doing. So she's getting all of her pronunciation, you know, correct, and she's doing all of these things. My mind is literally blown. You're taking the past couple years of just struggle and grief and frustration and everything that we've been dealing with, and all of a sudden now this kid, it's clicking. She's getting it, and she's growing. For her birthday, we got her a little set of Pete the Cat, you know, little readers, and she's reading the whole thing, just flying right through them. So the thing, the like cherry on top of all of this, it's been amazing, phenomenal. We subscribe to PJ Library. So PJ Library, it is a Jewish resource, and they send out books every month. And so you put in your children's ages and they do them. We love it because we celebrate the biblical holy days. So that means for the spring feast and the fall feast, the books are themed, you know, based off of that. So Passover and Yom Teruah, all the different things, right? It's really, really exciting. We get excited. We love it. So Virginia's books so far, based off of her age, has always been little picture books, and they're great. There's great books, and they're little picture books that we read, you know, because one of the best things that you need to do with your kids is just read to them, right? I drop the ball on that sometimes, but the more we read, the better reading usually goes. Anyways, her book this month came in, and it is a chapter book. See, normally, before her working with my mom in her fluency and her reading skills, this would have been heartbreaking because she would have seen this and gone, I'm not smart enough to read that. There's no way I can do it. And here she has her sister who's a total bookworm. Lily is reading 15 different chapter books like at any given moment. That kid is always reading, and she tackles any book like it's nothing. So then Virginia's sitting here like, oh my goodness, I'm not a good reader. Your sister can read everything. She got this book and she opened it up. You guys, she started reading to me, page by page, reading to me. We're talking about I mean, she's not just reading, she's comprehending. She's so confident in what she's doing, and seeing that little spark in her face as she reads through this, sure, from time to time a word pops up and I correct her. It's no big deal, we go on. But watching her sit down, like she's got her little bookmark in here, but watching her sit down and read this has just been so amazing. So amazing. So I told you my big long story here, and I tell you that to say, yes, we're going to continue with the HMH co-op. We've had a few classes, we're taking a little summer break, and then we'll come back in the summer and do that. So if you guys ever want to do co-op with us, it's so much fun. The kids have a blast. It's awesome. This is where I say, even if your kids are in public school, private school, whatever, if you have a kiddo who is struggling to read, maybe they've started, but they're not fluent, they're not confident, you're struggling. My mom, again, I'm not just trying, I mean, she's amazing. I'm telling you, she's such a wonderful teacher. She is offering this summer to work one-on-one with kiddos to help them gain that reading fluency, because reading is so important, is such that foundational key topic that we've got to really get down for everything else to build off of. If you've got a struggling kiddo who's struggling to read and you're kind of dreading a little bit going into the next school year, again, be it homeschool or public school, we won't even get into that topic here today, but if you're getting ready to go in that and you know that they're struggling, you don't quite know what to do to try to make this better, guys, I recommend this to you 100 times over. What she's offering is for $100 flat, so that's $25 a week. You get a whole month of one-on-one tutoring right there from your home with an experienced teacher. And guys, my mom, there are many, excuse the puppies who are now fighting in the background. There are many, everybody has those things that they're just great at. Working with kids when it comes especially reading and writing, that is her area. That is her jam. She can work wonders because that's what she's done for so long. And so working with the kids one-on-one to assess them, to see where they're at, right? What do they know? Where are they at? Giving you simple printables like these ones I showed you guys here to work through, and she'll be working with them as well to work through those and grow. Giving you reports so you can see where we started, where we're at, and kind of track that throughout the month as you go. And then you'll have, depending on the level of where your kid's at, they'll have their little books that they work through and learn. You guys are distracting as you wrestle each other. As they work through and learn how to read, how to become fluent in their reading, and to build up that confidence that they can read and they're doing a great job. And then imagine when the new school year rolls around, we do year-round schooling, so we take a little bit off in the summer and then we start back in at the end of the summer, or if you're going back to school in the fall, to have that confidence built up and be ready to tackle your next school year. Oh my goodness. Like, I know, again, just from our experience with Virginia, we've been working, I like to work with my kids and plan out what we're going to do in their school year. So it's not just that I pick a curriculum and that's what we do. I build it and make my own stuff, but I work with the kids. So we're doing stuff that they're truly interested in. I am so excited to go through this stuff with Virginia and pick out things that she's now excited to do because she can read on her own. She can do these things. She's really grown so much and feels so confident now academically that she's ready to tackle these things. She's ready to take them on. She cannot wait to get going. She's now writing us little notes each day and reading different things. If she doesn't know a word, she goes and finds it and spells it out. I mean, it's all coming together, and it's all truly thanks to my mom taking the time to work with her. And not just because it's her granddaughter, right? She'd do it with any kid, but to work with her and say, hey, here's where you're at. In my experience, here's what you need. Let me give you those resources, give you those tools, and sit down and work with you one-on-one, right? To go through them and to build those things up. And now, like I said, chapter book, she's on it, she's reading. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today, because I know a struggling reader, it's difficult. And be it there's something you're missing, right? Like Travis with his dyslexia that my mom was able to catch, or you're just busy and overwhelmed and you need that extra set of hands to come in, or truthfully, you just don't know what to do or where to go or what they need because you've never taught a kid to read before, or you're trying something and it's not working, whatever the case may be. Having someone who is the professional and this is what they do and what they know, that can come in and say, hey, let me lend a hand, let me help out. And let's just be for real. Our kids always do stuff differently for other people than they do for us. Let's just be honest. So having Miss Dorothy who comes in and goes, oh, hey, let's do all these things. my kids, and it's their grandma, my kids are because, oh, well, I got to do this for Nan. Let me go get this done for her. And I'm like, really? I can't get you to do it for me, but oh, for her, all of a sudden we're all on it, right? That's always how it goes. So having that extra person to step in and really help foster a love of reading and learning and help work with you as a team to create this for your child, it's priceless. It's amazing. I'm like, Mom, I know that your time and what you put into this, the value, I mean, you guys were getting a steal only paying 25 bucks a week, because what you're getting in personal one-on-one tutoring, she's putting together a plan for each child and all of the things, far surpasses what she's asking. But I'm so excited. We've got Virginia signed up, so she did great with co-op. She's gonna work with my mom over the summer. We got signed up so that way she can work, continuing to build this fluency and build on this, getting to work in a chapter book, which is super exciting, and see her continue to grow. I'm just so excited, and I am so relieved, and then just ready to dig into what we're going to do for our next school year now that we have finally been able to build up this reading just ability, confidence, and fluency. So that's what we're doing. I want to share that with you guys if you guys would like to sign up. Obviously, there's only so many kiddos she can take in, so that way she makes sure that every kid is getting this one-on-one experience. Co-op has been more of a group setting, obviously. This summer, though, this is like summer camp, one-on-one, hands-on tutoring, doing these things and working with your kiddos. So if you guys want to sign up, I'll put all the information down below. You can email her at hmhcoop@gmail.com. Ask any questions and share. If you guys would like to go over and sign up, I know she's just really excited, because being a teacher, serving families through this way it's truly what the Lord has blessed her with, this gift to be able to do. And so I know she's helped so many families throughout the co-op, and I'm so excited to see what she's able to do with our kiddos this summer. So email her and reach out. You can get that set up, ask her any questions. Like I said, she'll assess your kiddos. She'll give you everything that you need to know. Hey, this is what you need. This is what we need to do. You'll hit the ground running. Set your times that you guys will do your calls. Your kiddos just need access to some electronic device that they can pull up and do a video call with her, and then she will work with them through all of the things. So go and check all of that out. If you have any questions, let us know. Any comments, leave them down below. Please share this with any friends or family that you have that you know have some struggling readers, right? It's frustrating. It's hard. Be it whatever the issue is, it's difficult. Homeschool groups, things like that. If you guys want to pass that along, please, that would be a great blessing to us. We would really appreciate it from you all. And then otherwise, I am so excited for Virginia to start her calls and get going this summer, because next year, oh my gosh, when we've unlocked the ability to read, it just opens up a whole new world of just academic possibilities, right? Like the things that she can now study and do and dig into. She's ready and she's excited, which means I'm really excited, and this is going to make our homeschool, we've got it. We're doing good. So hopefully this helps you all. I was so just excited to get to share this with you guys. Thank you again for everything. Hope to see you over for our Biblical Womanhood study. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays stuff goes up over there. And of course, when you join the collective, you also get access to all of the stuff we've done so far. We've done multiple series. They're all over there. You get everything. So come and join us. Email my mom. You can ask any questions. I've got puppies going crazy and wrestling each other, so I guess I'm gonna go and let them finish doing whatever it is that they're doing. I will see you guys all hopefully next week. Bye guys.